Hello, geeks. I am Chris Ross.
I'm Justin Dradness.
And welcome to I Am Geek's Ghostbusters trailer review for the new Sony Ghostbusters trailer that dropped this week. Justin, what are your thoughts?
I don't have kind thoughts, Chris. I don't like it. Initially, just right off the bat, I think a lot of their jokes fell real flat.
Yes.
And of the actresses that are in the main roles, there's only two that I like. The other two I could care less about. But that's my initial reaction. What do you think?
Well, I think Sony looked at it and said, we've got a blockbuster in the making. We've got this franchise in the making after they fell flat with the Spider-Man stuff. So they're looking at it going, okay, we've got Ghostbusters. That's been sitting there. It's a beloved franchise.
Yeah.
It's a franchise that people our age and a little bit older, a little bit younger, they love it. And then you can introduce a whole new generation of people into this. Mm-hmm. And I agree. It definitely fell flat on its face. The jokes, the pacing was bad. The timing was bad. It opened up, and I was like, oh, this is good. 30 years back, and you've got like the little Ghostbusters spray paint. And I'm like, okay, I understand. And then, because we've been told that this has nothing to do with that cinematic universe. This is a brand new reboot. Mm-hmm. But then you see like Bill Murray's going to be in it.
So how is it a reboot if the old cast is in the movie?
Yeah. So maybe that's not correct, because my feeling would be if they took this movie and they built on what already is there, like, okay, it's 30 years later and the city's infested with ghosts again, and they're like, hey, we can do this. Let's go out and do it. And then it's like like passing of the torch type of thing to the new generation. They're all females. I think this could work.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's the way. If it's just a complete reboot and they're doing it this way.
There's still a lot of unknowns, and the trailer didn't really, I don't think it sold it. There is a trailer that was made by some fan, so they recut it, and again, it's a lot better than what the studios actually put out. I don't know what they're doing in the studios, but they need to find these people who are recutting their trailers, hire them to make the trailers.
Yes. So, I like Kate McKinnon. I think she's going to be hilarious. She's one of my favorite people on Saturday Night Live. I think she's going to be very funny. So yeah, but Leslie Jones, I mean, on SNL, she's got like this loud character that she does, and basically they just said, well, we'll just put you in Ghostbusters.
Do the same thing that you're doing over there, over here.
And that's not fair to her.
I don't think so either. I'd like to see her perform a more dynamic role, and they didn't do that with her.
And in the original Ghostbusters, Winston was, he was hilarious, and he was like the everyday guy, and like you have these three guys that are, scientists and everything, and he just kind of came in the line where
there's a steady paycheck in it. I'll believe anything you say.
That stuff, and I love Ghostbusters when I was a kid. It was one of my favorite movies growing up. I even like Ghostbusters 2. There's like a little place for it. You know, it's not as good as the first one.
No, it's not.
But, oh man, yeah, I'm so worried about this movie.
I think we have good reason to be. So,
but
we'll see. We'll
see. It comes out this summer. I'm still gonna go see it because I want to review it and bring it back to you guys. But yeah, I mean, there's a reason that there's a lot more dislikes than likes on YouTube for this trailer.
I watched it today, and there were twice as many dislikes as there were likes. I was actually really surprised to see that. But I guess now that we're talking about it, I guess it's not that surprising.
Hopefully, it's just a bad trailer. I mean, Batman vs. Superman had a bad trailer with Doomsday, so hopefully it's a bad trailer, and that's all it is. Paul Feig I think he's a funny director with Bridesmaids and Spy.
Yeah.
I hope that what I hope is that those were R-rated comedies, and then having to bring it back to PG-13, they didn't get too campy and too, trying to make it more for kids. And listen, kids are going to see this movie, but it's our generation that's going to be the ones that really are going to see this movie in droves if it's good. Mm-hmm. So
yeah, I think that's important to any kind of like reboot or refresh of a franchise. Is you have to give nods, special nods towards the original fan base.
Right.
If you do that, then you can't really lose.
And I think something like Force Awakens did a very good job of that, where it's not a complete reboot and it's not a remake of A New Hope. But it was enough nods that we all were like, oh, I know that, or I know that. That's awesome.
Same thing with Star Trek.
Yeah. So if they can do that with Ghostbusters, and do it well. Hopefully, like I said, it's just a bad trailer, and we'll get through this. I think you'll see another trailer in the next month or two, and hopefully they've learned from their mistakes. So, well, what did you guys think? We comment below and let us know what you thought on the new Ghostbusters trailer. If you want to see some more of our videos, please like and subscribe to our channel. I'm Chris Ross.
I'm Justin Dradness.
And we are Geek. And I am Geek.